Do you think it's time, Jason, for Harjit Sajjan, the Defence Minister, to step down?
I think it is, and I'm trying to be nuanced and trying to keep the partisanship out of this, because Mr. Sajjan really did fail. So when you look at sort of his tenure, number one, the military ombudsman steps down, says I'm being bullied and I can't really get the information that I need here. Sajjan gets in essentially an argument with him about this particular thing and a bunch of different things. And starves the office. He says I couldn't get the information or the resources I needed to do my job. And Sajjan, I mean, remember what exactly the ombudsman says happened here. He brought in an envelope with proof of this allegation, and Sajjan said, "Don't hand that envelope to me. I don't want to see it." And so, like, when that was 3-4 years ago now. And so I actually have some sympathy for Ms. Telford, who's saying, I didn't know what the allegation was. Now, all she had to do was tell the defense minister, hey, call the ombudsman and get that complaint that he offered you last week. That's all she had to do. But Sajjan, I don't know if Sajjan told her that he was offered the complaint. And so, I mean, he should step down. He should go. And the prime minister should know. And I think Peggy made a really good point in terms of they put out Ms. Telford today to take the heat. That's okay. That's communications. But who's going to fix the problem? I don't have any confidence that Mr. Sajjan's going to fix the problem. I think they should make a change, and they should make it as soon as possible once the heat goes off. If they want to do that, that's fine. But he has to go, because there's no chance in hell he's fixing this problem.
Peggy Nash, what do you think? Is it time for Sajjan to go?
Well, I don't know if he should go, but let me just say I think his performance has been beyond disappointing. I think it's had tragic results. There are people who've quit the military because of disappointment in how these kinds of complaints are handled. Remember, the Deschamps report came in 2016, and it was a scathing report about the situation in the military. And even if his mandate letter didn't say implement the Deschamps report, it did say that he should take on the issue of sexual harassment in the military. And clearly he's failed. Again, I think he was the number one hear no evil, see no evil person. And he hasn't been a good communicator, but it sounds like he's just not been very effective. He doesn't seem to be a take charge person. I think they do need someone who can get the job done. And I don't know if he can change, but he sure has been disappointing so far.
Jacqueline, what do you think of the performance of the defense minister?
Well, I think that there is opportunity here. While the heat is on, perhaps, while the light is shining on this very important issue, perhaps having the minister stay in and be accountable to address his deliverables in the mandate would assist not only regaining the confidence or bolstering the confidence of the Liberal government, but as well addressing the more severe initiative here, which is the sexual harassment and fine-tuning all of the recommendations that have been made to date.
Hey, do you worry, Jason, that there's hiding behind bureaucracy going on here?
Of course. I mean, you've heard it here today on this panel. I'm sorry to say, but it's all of our fault. Jason, Todd, Peggy, we all have to reflect. Like, no, we don't have. Yes, of course we have to reflect. But the problem is, an allegation was brought forward. The minister didn't deal with it. The prime minister wasn't told about it. Obviously, the prime minister's office didn't do anything about it. Of course, they're hiding behind the bureaucracy. And there's lots of good people in the bureaucracy. But the truth is, it doesn't really matter whose fault it is. We're 7 years in, and nobody's done anything about it. So I don't care who has to do something about it. But if the prime minister is not willing to get it done, I don't know how to go about it. So change the minister, change whatever you need to do. But let's get these people, mostly women, protected in the military.
Peggy, I saw you smiling when I asked that question.
Yeah, I mean, everyone wants to hide behind bureaucracy and the fact, it's everyone's problem. No, it's not. It's the government's problem. The government is in charge of the military. They're responsible. The prime minister is responsible. The minister of defense is responsible. They have a clear job to do. They're trying to shuffle it off with another study. No disrespect to Madame Arbour, who is extremely respected. But they already have pretty good recommendations that they should have implemented. They need to implement. And to say, well, somebody didn't tell somebody and nobody asked this question and we don't really know, quite frankly, that doesn't cut it. They're passing the buck. And remember, real lives are being affected. Time is of the essence. They should just get the job done.